Hi, my name is Malcolm Clemens Young, and I'm the Dean of Grace Cathedral in San Francisco, California. And this is my video message for the week of December 10th. A few weeks ago, before dawn, it was early, and I was walking along Ocean Beach. I was the only one there, and I discovered at the high tide line a wedding album. And it was just like you'd expect it to be. Pictures of the aunts and the uncles and the two families, pictures of people eating cake and dancing. It was clearly a very, very happy occasion. And yet there it was, abandoned at the high tide line. And it made me wonder and think about the person who left it there. On the one hand, they couldn't just take it and throw it into the garbage because the connections between the people and that person were too strong. And yet there was something about those pictures and that album that that person had to let go of. They had to almost give it up to the Pacific Ocean to take away. It reminded me of an experience that I had when I was at Burning Man, the arts festival in Nevada. And I met a woman there who had been married very young and had been divorced from her husband for about a year. And she had a similar little box of keepsakes, the wedding invitations and photographs and certain gifts that she'd received at her wedding. And she just didn't know what to do with them. And so the two of us spent a lot of time talking about her past, talking about what her hopes were for the future. And the two of us prayed together. We prayed that God would show her a new way forward. And that night, at the big bonfire, she burned that box. And she was able to move into a new life. And I sometimes wonder what images, what parts of that box she still carries forward with her. Often I meet people who have a similar relationship with God. At one time in their life, they believed and had faith. Maybe it was a child. But something along the way made them turn their back on it. Sometimes I find people believe that science or rationality or logic are somehow opposed to believing in God. And that's just not true. Sometimes we're just trapped in this worldview, this picture that the world is dead, and it's hard for us to see God and how God could be. But science is really a method. It's a method for bracketing off big questions so you can really study close ones in detail. And God is not a part of the world. God is not another created being. God is the presupposition that created all things. God is the foundation of everything that we see, of all natural law. And so there's no way to design a scientific experiment which will discover whether God exists or not. I guess all this is to say that I have no idea where you might be in your relation to God. But my hope and my prayer for you is that you realize that God is not like that box of photographs that you leave at the bonfire and burn, or that wedding album that you leave at the high tide mark at Ocean Beach. God is that point in that one to whom all of us are going. We will all eventually be together with God again. And my hope is that during this holy season, you find that connection to God again in your life. And my prayer is that connection will enrich you and help you to feel at home in everything, in all this world that's so magnificent and so mysterious. Thank you very much for watching.